G'day, welcome back to ChunkyNadz episode 14. Picking up almost immediately where we left off after completing the big everything grind. As you'll see in the inventory, we have the big bass, the big swordfish, and the big shark, which means we can start this episode off with a chunk roll. So let's not waste any time, let's just go straight into the action. Well, with the big sharky shark, click, in the collection log, that is 7 out of 7 chunk tasks. Took us a little over a month, so not bad at all. Let's take a look back at the map and see what we have. We're going to go in numerical order this time. No clockwise, no anti-clockwise. Too hard. First up, quality. We know that is free now. Number 2 is the bazaar with a bit of a crafting grind. Number 3, to the left hand side, will require the mining of adamant, which is a level 70 requirement. Number 4, okay, this is confusing. Number 4 is the aqueduct, which is free. Number 5 is the giants for the curved bone and the long bone, and the 91 hunter grind. 6 free. 7, it's kind of deathy. It's got a pretty decent crafting grind, and maybe it deserves the smithing symbol because it's got an 87. Completely stuffed this up, boys and girls. It's got an 87 crafting grind, and the smithing grind is not that bad. Crafting symbol remains. Number 8, free. Number 9, free. Number 10, free. Number 11, free. Number 12, sense and a theme, it do be free. And so, with all that freedom in mind, let us pick a free chunk, or roll. Let's go! Quality headquarters. Cool. Let's take a peek. Let us calculate the chunk tasks just in case. Thinking. All stuff that we can do. So let us head over there and have a bit of fun. Here we are. Scooch across. New chunk. Double tap that unlock. And let's neuron speed run this. There's not a lot to do. Enter Death's Domain. Hello, sir. More options. Why? Because I can now officially purchase a different looking grindstone. 200k, and it's gone. Angel of Death. There we go. One down. On to the next one. There we go. Next is the blacksmith, who will be our source. Please don't go out of chunk, please don't go out of chunk, please don't go out of chunk. Okay, we did not. The blacksmith will be the source of our 2 best in slot items, which are an adamant plate body and an adamant plate legs. And he's got a little chisel. We always take what is freely given. There's a lot here. Adamant simmy. No, we have a rune mace. Plate legs, plate skirt. ChunkyNadz, you're a skirt wearer. I don't care how much it is. Let us buy it. Purchased and worn. Beautiful. 2 more chunk tasks complete. And would you look at that? The speed run is complete with a Knight of Valor all pickpocketed. What did that get me? 50 coins. Ooh. Skippy. Let's have a quick look downstairs. And there's not much here. Some guards, some barracks. A lot of not much that's not going to get us very far. So let us head back into the open air and head across to the chunk picker. back in familiar lands, chunk picker, because we speed ran the chunk, and we speed picked a new one. Another free one? Okay. I don't even think I need to go here to look at it. Is there anything in here? Okay. The shock, the ore, the next chunk. We are speedrunning this. We are still speedrunning this. I think this is another free one. And here we go for another chunk roll. We do now have the agility pyramid unlocked, but that is a 50 requirement, and we have to lamp most of the way. We're not there yet, so that would of course be a backlog, but hopefully we can get something that's got a little bit of content. Otherwise, might be waiting a while for content. Sneakily in here, very lax of me. There is number 10, which does unlock the Sunrise Palace, and we can actually start another quest. It's a little ways off. Well, not if we unlock it, which could be now. Finally, we get something of substance. Alright, we have correctly uploaded where we're at. Here are the tasks of LeChunk. 89 Hunter with a +2 boost found in the guild to catch a Moonlight Antelope. Mixed hide top, mixed hide boots, mixed hide legs. Usually requires 69 plus crafting, but believe we can pay the gentleman to make these for us. Turn an iron kite shield as a best in slot. Some collection log items here that are potentially unachievable at the moment because a Quetzin requires the completion of Hunter's Rumors. We do not have access to the item, to the Hunter Rumor that we are currently chasing. So that will result in a backlog for the Quetzin and the perfected Quetzal Whistle blueprint. Say that fast. What we can, however, do is obtain Sunfire Splinters, obtain a curved bow at 1 in 5,000 and change, obtain a giant key, and obtain a long bone. So this should be a nice long grind. Something we've been waiting quite a while for. Editor Nadz here to have a little bit of a chat about giants, as on our third KC, we hit the Iron Kite Shield best in slot. But other than the Iron Kite Shield, what else do we need from these big, dumb oafs? Well, there's two big goals. There is a 1 in 5,013 curved bone, and a 1 in 400 long bone. Be interesting to see how many longs we get before the curved, unless we get spooned. There is a 1 in 128 chance at a giant key. We should get plenty of those. Case in point, there's the giant key drop in the background. That was at 62 KC. And then outside of the collection log items, we just get some general stuff, some runes, limpwort roots, some steel, maybe the occasional gem, some herbs. But let's cast an editor Nadz to the side and jump back into some live recording. Oh, Jesus. Hang on a second. A 77 kills for the lengthy bone. To go with the ChunkyNadz. Okay. Editor Nadz back to talk about something that is not giants, and that is the hunter grind. We are required to start off by crushing pyre foxes under large boulders all the way through to 65, which it'll be a decent number, and we'll collect that along the way. From 65 to 72, it'll be the sunlight moths, and then at 72, sunlight antelopes, 75 moonlight moths, and they will be our best method all the way through to the 89 plus 2. Should be some decent things that we can pick up along the way, and we'll talk about those a little bit more later. So, generally speaking, there is not a lot to report, other than, look, some pretty good cumulative drops, but not a lot to report out of the old hill giant evisceration. However, that is 37 prayer, which gives us protect from magic, our first overhead prayer. There's a pathway, there is a chance that we get all 3 overhead prayers from the little hilly grind. So stay tuned to see if we can unlock those too. So we blasted all the way through 65 Hunter up to the level you're about to see here, 70 Hunter. And that does mean we've graduated to the sunlight moths. Now, what is special about them, other than there are heaps of them? Well, they are basically a discount restore. 6 plus 20% of any drain stat, except for prayer, and 8 hit points. So we're just going to collect and bank as many of these as we can. So, as we attempt to catch one, gut in my belly. There's a hunter level, 72, one from the number. More importantly, sunlight antelope. Well, it's a literal guaranteed collection log, and we basically missed pressing record until the very end. That is one sunlight antelope in the pitfall trap. We got some sunlight splinters, some raw meat, some fur, a horn that we can turn into some antler bolts. A couple of levels of this should be fun. Giving the giants a little nudge here. And with a couple of nudges of our rune mace, there's 50 attack. As we meander along on this 89 hunter grind, some little added bonuses from at least trapping, killing, murdering these antelopes. Big bones. And 40 prayer, which means a bunch of stuff, but most importantly, protect from missiles. Let's try out that bad boy. Oh! Well, it's been many hundred sunlight antelopes, but let us build the trap, build the pit, poke the large horned beast, jump on over without taking another hit. Good. Watch this fool enter the trap, be spiked and meet an untimely death, and we hit 75 Hunter, and we've graduated from Hunter School on to Moonlight Moths, and this will be our final class until we reach our 89 goal. Now that we have hit 75 Hunter, we can commence the road to 89 by way of Moonlight Moths. It's going to be a lot of Moonlight Moths. We're going to try and bank as many as we feel like banking. It's cheap to buy the butterfly jars at 1 GP each. It's just the there and back from banking, but these act as a prayer restore. So these are going to be really, really handy, given herb lore is many, with an emphasis on many chunk rolls away. So as many of these as possible is going to be worthwhile. It's just going to come down to how patient am I, given that these are 84 XP per, so we're going to need in excess of, I think, 30,000. Editor Nadz coming in to save the day, tidy up that ranged mess. 30 ranged on the account as we sneak some levels, knowing that we want to get to 60 to wear the mixed hide. And we've gone from 30 to 35 in the space of about 10 seconds. Completed yet another random event with a less than random lamp into a less than random skill. Agility. You know it's coming. You know what's coming. 30 agility from lamping. Running away because we had something queued up and we're like, oh yeah, let's just attack this bandit anyway and forget all about what we had queued up. And we don't want to forget what we have queued up. In fact, we want to record it. Because there is 40 Ranger. All on these bandits as we're trying to collect as many air runes as possible. Keen to try and get a little bit of magic done and out of the way, given we have a bit of catch up to do with only up to level 12 spells. So there is 40 Ranger. Can wear a bunch of stuff we don't have. But you know, we might get something at some stage. And there's another bandit in my zone, so let's get him. Queuing up a little bit of a double whammy here. We're going to be just that wee bit patient. There's the first one, a 45 Ranger, knowing that 60 is the goal. But saved up in the tank, as you'll see in the inventory, is a big bone. We throw that bony in the ground. 43 prayer. Protect from melee, that is the last of our protection prayers. Let's flick it on up there to feel special. Down it comes because I don't need to go to an altar to recharge anything. Thank you very much, Big Bones. Highly unlike me to have a level queued up to celebrate. That's one. Once we flail this thing about like a feather duster. Give me that Moonlight Moth. Give me 80 Hunter. Well, also, we missed something. And it was kind of cool. 1100 total level. And how did we get it? We got it with an agility lamp. So 31 agility on the account. Not a bad double whammy. Well, we missed a milestone. Not a clan shout-out milestone, but a milestone nonetheless. That being 82 Hunter. Putting us at roughly, near exactly, halfway to the 89 goal. Once we hit 89, we will drink the Trapper's Tipple to get the +2 boost so we can murder or maim or humanely trap, even though it dies, the Moonlight Antelope, and that would then trigger a ticking of the box for the Hunter goal. But this feels like a pretty good space to finish this episode. So we will start wrapping things up while we flail about in the background, capturing some more moths. We've had a very productive run here. Obviously got to 82 Hunter from 59. And we also started the giant grind. We've got the 1 in 400 long bone. Got 2 of them now. The 1 in 128 giant key. A 3 KC iron kite shield. And we got all of our protection prayers. It's been a good run this episode. Thank you all for tuning in. And we'll catch you in the next one as we slay some more giants, catch some more moths, and hopefully build up towards that all-important eventful chunk roll.